I need connection in a very, very deep way. I don't need a lot of the other things. I'm not missing shopping. I'm not missing going out to the malls. I'm not missing any of those things. I'm missing people and community.
So tell me, for you guys, what's changed, or what's life been like for you the last month or more?
Well, initially we came back from a holiday to be quarantined immediately for 2 weeks. And so the beginning of that was kind of like, oh, well, that's okay. We get to be here together and we'll clean the house and do all those things. And then the 2 weeks were up and I went back to work. And so I would work during the day and come home, but not being able to see people or go out is very odd. You don't realize how much you like to see people until you can't.
Yeah. It's like
absolutely.
It's a huge change, right? Yeah.
It really is.
Well, I'm a 7 on the Enneagram, a little bit of 3, but I'm an extrovert, and I like adventure. I love to be busy. I love fun. I love entertainment, and so this has been a real learning curve for me. The older I get, the more I do appreciate time by myself, and so this has been a learning curve. But I've been thinking a lot lately about how my life has been up to this point, and is my life focused on the right things? And I'm learning to be still. And boy, for me, that is a huge change in my life. Psalm 46 says, be still and know that I am God. Exodus 14 says, the Lord will fight this battle. You just need to be still. Man, that is hard for me. I'm an extrovert. I like adventure. I love the outdoors. And so for me to be, in this place where I can't even go into the city and hug my kids, it's just an odd place to be. So this last week, I probably had a little bit more anxiety than the first 3 weeks because I'm learning how to be still. And but I think it's really good for me, listening to a lot of good podcasts and some cool things going on. So
yeah, and for me, I think in the last week there's been sadness, just not being able to see people and really connect at a deep level. It's good to see people just face to face, but I miss the interaction of deeper conversations.
Yeah. No matter how hard you try, a deep conversation is hard on Zoom or even on
absolutely.
the phone sometimes, right?
Well, and on a phone through somebody's front window.
Mm-hmm.
We've been trying to go, call on some friends that we know and people we know and just talk to them through the window or off the step. And it's just, you just long to get up there and just give them a hug and go and have some coffee together. But it's just an odd thing. I think the thing that brings people a little bit of comfort, some people comfort, is the fact that it's not just me. Everybody's in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
So if I say, oh, my life's, you go, no, I know exactly what you mean, because you do.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So when you think about this, and maybe in like a year from now or 2 years from now, what do you think you'll look back and go, this was what God taught me? Like, obviously stillness for sure is one of those things, but like, what do you hope? What stories are you hoping to be telling even in a year from now or 2?
Well, that we survived. Well,
but she survived me. That's the fun part.
You can check that box.
For me, it will be, I'm very close to my family, but this has really redefined how much I need connection in a very, very deep way. I don't need a lot of the other things. I'm not missing shopping. I'm not missing going out to the malls. I'm not missing any of those things. I'm missing people and community. You go and buy groceries because you need it to survive, but otherwise you're at home. And it's, I miss people and community. So I think that will resound with me even in a year. Like, that was a painful lesson that all of society is learning. And I know it's not true for everybody. Some people feel like they need to escape this because of whatever's going on in their life. But for me, it will be, deep connections.
Yeah.
I think for me, what I usually try to start my year with some definition about what I want my life to be about that year. And this year I chose joy and the power of people's stories. And so I decided at the beginning of this year, I just want to invest and just hear people's stories and just walk journeys with them and be in the same circle and stuff. Well, now it's kind of hard to do that. So I kind of have this threat to my joy, or it wasn't even New Year's resolution, which is something I want to invest my life in this year. So I'm having to invent other ways. So I think in a year or 2, when I look back on this, I'll say I discovered real relationship, because I feel like even though we're physically distancing, the longing to be together is driving people to almost be more together than ever in some ways. I know it sounds kind of quirky, but in some ways we're we're feeling closer. When this is over, man, we're going to have a party and we're going to be hugging and high-fiving, and
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
There'll be very different conversations coming out of this.
Yeah.
I think people will relate in a very deep way.
Yeah.
Because we'll all have felt alone, confined, frightened at times, happy other times, peaceful, not peaceful. But I think everyone will be experiencing those feelings, and that will go a long ways to having deeper conversation and deeper community within our whole community, not just within our church.
Oh, I totally agree. And that is a great place to end, actually. I really do think that's something that I long for and I really hope for as well.
Yeah.
And I definitely get that sense in my neighborhood, but I even once it warmed up yesterday, people were out and about. It was just,
Oh yeah, it's
you
crazy.
could see people just hungry to say hello, anyways. Thanks so much for doing this call. I so appreciate it, and I think that the people of Lake Ridge will like it.
Thanks
Again.
Thank you.
All right, love
Okay.
everybody.
Love
Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.